Here's the latest headline from the Crypto Basic. XRP coiling like a spring. Next move could melt faces. The infamous face melt moment. We're all waiting for it when XRP finally enters true price discovery for the first time in over, well, can you believe it? 7.5 years? It's been such a long time coming. They're hitting a new all-time high was exciting. I was thrilled to see that milestone checked off. But let's be real, that's not true price discovery yet. True price discovery happens when XRP breaks past its all-time high with a strong impulsive move on the charts, entering uncharted territory. We haven't seen that yet, but when it happens, it's going to be something incredible. You never really know exactly how it's all going to unfold, right? But that's what makes this so exciting. That's the part we're focused on, the next big thing. And honestly, there are so many reasons to believe we're right there, standing on the edge of it all. It's coming, and I can't wait to share all the reasons why in this video. Just a quick heads up before we dive in. I don't have a financial background, and this isn't financial advice. So please don't make any buying or selling decisions based on what I say are right. Always do your own research first. All right, let's dive into this post from TechDev, one of the most popular analysts in the crypto space. He just shared a really interesting chart with his 533,000 followers. It's the others chart. So what's the others chart? It tracks the top 125 coins by market cap, excluding the top 10. That means XRP isn't included here, but I still like to keep an eye on it. Why? Because when this chart starts heating up, it's usually a sign that the whole market is about to take off. It's just another cool way to analyze the bigger picture. Plus, I personally hold a ton of coins outside the top 10, so this definitely matters to me. Anyway, here's what TechDev wrote. This was on the morning of July 6th. The most explosive altcoin move in 5 years awaits. Pretty exciting stuff, right? Let's see how this unfolds. Let me show you. There's a lot of agreement on this. This is the world we're living in right now, and history has a way of repeating itself. Honestly, it seems obvious that this is the most likely next step. At this point, it just makes sense, even though I'll admit no one can predict the future with certainty. But if you're playing the odds, and that's what we're talking about here, this is the smart bet. That's what I truly believe. And I'm not the only one who feels this way. Check out this post from chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto. He's looking at the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, basically the top 125 altcoins by market cap. According to him, the altcoin market cap is gearing up for a big move. Mikey points out there's a high chance this move could be explosive, especially now that so many people have given up on altcoins. And honestly, it's fascinating to see how this plays out. Take a look for yourself and see what you think. So here's the chart, excluding Bitcoin, of course. Actually, it's not just Bitcoin. It also excludes Ethereum, making a total of 3. Now, this is really starting to coil up, and any experienced chart analyst would spot this right away. What's even more exciting is that XRP itself is showing the same pattern. If you check out the XRP chart, it's clearly coiling up, and I'll show you exactly what I mean in just a second. There's no doubt about it. XRP is gearing up for something big. The last time it followed this exact pattern, it went absolutely ballistic. Let's go through this step by step. Here's an exciting update from chart analyst Crypto Wizard. This chart shows the total crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, known as the total 3 chart. According to him, the rally is just around the corner. Been feeling like the market's a bit boring lately? Not for much longer. Total 3 is shaping up in a pattern nearly identical to the last big rally. If you look at the previous cycle, where I'm pointing on the chart, you can see what happened, and we're setting up for something very similar right now. In short, it looks like we're on the verge of a major move. If history repeats itself, things are about to get crazy. You can't ignore what's happening right now. There's so much momentum, and global liquidity is hitting all-time highs. Stock markets are climbing again, even hitting new records, while gold is starting to show some weakness. There are just so many signs pointing in one direction. Honestly, I don't see how you wouldn't believe that things are about to take off in a big way. It's so clear. It's not even a little bit subtle. Trust me, I don't always speak with this much conviction, but when I do, it's because I truly believe in what I'm saying. And right now, I believe it. This is gonna be big. Check out this post from Stock Money Lizards about Bitcoin and something they call the Satoshi meter. This is their own unique tool, and they use it as a way to predict cycle tops for Bitcoin. Here's the idea. After Bitcoin hits its peak, that's usually when altcoin season kicks off, and sometimes it lasts for a while after Bitcoin's peak. But guess what? We're not there yet. Take a look at the chart comparing the last 3 cycles to where we are now. According to this, there's still plenty of room to grow. In fact, they've pointed out that even though we've been in a 2.5-year bull run, there's still another massive leg up ahead this year. The Satoshi meter shows there's a lot more potential growth for Bitcoin on the horizon. It's absolutely true. Just look at how high it peaked during the last 3 cycles. Nowhere near that this time around. But it makes sense, right? We haven't seen that wild alt season yet either. There are so many patterns that play out every cycle, and some of them just haven't happened yet. But we're getting to that point where, yeah, you can bet it's coming, and probably pretty soon too. This is such a strong indicator. We're not at the top yet, but we'll get there. And don't worry, I'll let you know when we do. The moment those warning signs start flashing, I'll be sure to highlight it for you. Check out this post from chart analyst Mustache about the crypto total market cap. It's pretty exciting stuff. He's pointing out that altcoins and Bitcoin's total market cap could hit a whopping 5 trillion. Right now, the asset class sits at around 3.32 trillion, so hitting 5 trillion would be a massive leap. And let's be real, when we hit that level, we're going to see some altcoins absolutely explode. We're talking 10x, 15x, even 20x gains on some projects, with the potential for even crazier multipliers. It also means a new all-time high for Bitcoin and a ton of altcoins. If you're not bullish yet, it might be time to reconsider. Here's a post from Cantonese Cat. Let's dive into XRP for the rest of this video. Check out this XRP USD chart. Cantonese Cat points out that the Bollinger Bands are in a squeeze, which usually means a big move is just around the corner. Take a look at how tight those blue lines are right now compared to earlier in the year when XRP was on the move. I've talked about this metric a lot over the past year. Last year, XRP's Bollinger Bands got tighter than they've ever been. And when they tighten like this, it's often a sign that an explosive move is coming at some point. You know there's going to be a big explosive move in the market. The catch is you don't always know if it's going to shoot up or drop down. But I was confident this time. It just made sense. We've been in a bull market. XRP had been consolidating like never before, and everything was lining up perfectly. Legal clarity, market positioning, you name it. It didn't add up to think XRP's big move would be down. Well, obvious it would be up. And guess what? It was up big time. You saw it, right? After the election, everything shifted. The market opened up. The Bollinger Bands expanded, and XRP really took off. You all lived through it. It wasn't that long ago. Now, here's the exciting part. That same metric, it's tightening up again. You can see it happening. Here's the thing. There's a key metric that made it super clear this was going to blow up last year. And guess what? It did. And I'm telling you, it's happening again. It just makes sense when you look at the patterns. Why, you ask? Well, XRP has this historical trend of 2 big pumps, typically spaced about 6 months apart. We're right around that point again. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly 6 months. It's more about the rhythm. There's usually a gap, and then boom, the second leg up, that's what's next. So, of course, it's been tightened up in the meantime. It makes total sense that the big players, the smart money, have been spending the last 6 months accumulating XRP. And yep, there's on-chain data to back that up, which I broke it down in multiple videos. So what's coming next? You guessed it. XRP is primed for a massive move upward. Now, to be clear, this one metric alone doesn't prove it's going to happen, but I'm telling you, given we're in a bull market and the momentum is still strong, this party isn't over yet. Check this out. Stefa's Crypto just shared an interesting post about this too. He pointed out that the XRP Bollinger Bands are super tight right now, which could mean a big pump is on the way. He's comparing the current setup to what happened back in November before it exploded. Looks like history might be repeating itself, folks. Check out this post from chart analyst Mellerin. It's generating some serious buzz. It ties back to the headline I mentioned earlier in the video. Mellerin shared this insight. XRP is coiling like a spring, and when it snaps, boom, every breakout in history starts quietly, but this one's about to get loud. XRP army, get ready for liftoff. This move could melt faces. This is the face melting season we've been talking about. But here's the key. Historically, the real action happens during the second pump, not the first. That's when things heat up, get wild, and truly exciting. It would be amazing to see XRP hit a new all-time high, but just remember, the second pump is where the real fireworks happen. Check out this awesome post from Crypto Insight UK. He shared a screenshot from his latest newsletter, which is consistently fantastic, by the way. I wanted to highlight a snippet from it for you. The headline here is XRP breaking the downtrend. In the newsletter, he talks about 2 altcoins, XRP and ENA. But for now, let's focus on XRP. So here's the scoop on XRP. Its market dominance is showing something pretty interesting on the 3-day chart. If you look at the 3-day RSI, Relative Strength Index, at the bottom of the screen, You'll notice it's broken its downtrend for the first time since hitting its recent highs. That's a pretty big deal. For those of you following along visually, it's the part highlighted down at the bottom. All right, so here's why I'm getting more excited about XRP dominance right now. First off, we've crossed into bullish territory on the 3-day RSI, which is a big deal. Looking at the bigger picture, it seems like XRP has nearly completed a Wyckoff accumulation pattern. If I'm reading this right, we're wrapping up phase D and getting ready to enter phase E, the blast off phase. That's the point where things really start to take off right after the sign of strength. If this plays out as expected, XRP dominance could see some serious upside. And if Bitcoin also breaks into new all-time highs with more capital flowing into the market, we might just be looking at a major price surge for XRP, something a lot of people aren't anticipating right now. A lot of people are predicting dominance to top out around 14%, but honestly, I think we could go as high as 20%. There's even a chance we might hit 30%, though my personal target is that 20% zone. So that would mean a massive 5x increase in dominance from where we are now. If that happens, the impact on XRP's price would be mind-blowing. Seriously, it would feel unreal to hit those levels. Most of the analysts I follow are expecting XRP dominance to land somewhere between 12 and 15%. But let's not forget, there was a point in time when XRP briefly dominated over 30% of the market. That was 2 cycles ago, and things are a bit different now because there are way more coins in the market. With so many coins out there, it's a lot harder for one to take up such a big share of the market. I'm not saying it's completely impossible because anything can happen, but I'm definitely skeptical about XRP ever reaching that level of dominance again. That said, it doesn't really need to. The growing number of coins just naturally spreads the dominance percentage around, but that doesn't directly affect XRP's price. Now, if you're looking at the charts and thinking there's a chance dominance could climb that high again, the impact on XRP's price in USD would be huge. We're talking double digits, easily hitting $30 or even higher. If that happens, yeah, the XRP could go well beyond $30. I've been running some quick numbers in my head, and it's pretty wild to think about. Like, if you look at market dominance and imagine the market cap for the entire crypto space doubling from where it is now, and then XRP grabs 30% of that, wow, that's just crazy to think about. Big things happen in crypto, and I really believe XRP has the potential to be worth so much more than it is today. But here's the cool part. Even if XRP's dominance landed somewhere around 12 to 15%, that would still be huge. A lot of people are predicting it could top out around 14%. And honestly, that lines up with what I've been seeing too. Somewhere in the 12 to 15% range seems pretty realistic. And even if they're right, that would still mean an amazing price for XRP. The fact that he's so optimistic about this going even higher is exciting. I really hope he's right. I truly do. And you know what? He might be. The best part is he doesn't even need to be right for this to be life-changing for so many people listening right now, myself included. But if he is, oh man, what a wild ride that's going to be. We've got something special ahead. That's what's coming. XRP is coiled up, ready to move. It's been consolidating for what, about half a year now? The market is perfectly set. All we need is a spark, something to light the fire. Once that happens, it's off to the races. That's what we've got to look forward to. Just remember, though, I'm not a financial advisor. Please don't make any buying or selling decisions based on solely on what I say or write. Seriously, that would not be a good idea. Stay smart out there, friends.